My name is Katie, I'm 19, and I have Crohn's disease. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease at the age of 15 in my sophomore year of high school, and I absolutely had no idea what this was, and neither did my family. It started out being pretty scary. I lost 80 pounds rapidly in maybe 2 months, maybe less. I wasn't able to eat. Anything I did eat, I couldn't keep down. I was also diagnosed with anemia because of this disease, um, which is low iron in your blood, which in return makes you completely tired and completely weak and makes the disease even worse. I had to get my blood drawn every week, which is something that's not easy, especially for me, considering that I absolutely hate needles. I was definitely had to be put into a box. I was bedridden for a long time and had to drop out of my high school because I was missing so many classes that they were threatening to kick me out, that they were, threatening that I wasn't sick, that I was, just at home or skipping classes, and no one really understood. I lost a lot of friends because of this disease, because people don't want to be friends with someone who's sick. They don't want to be friends with someone who has to be in a wheelchair when they go to the mall, and people were embarrassed by me, and people were unfortunately annoyed by my disease because it did held them back. And I lost a lot of friends that way, which is one of the hardest things about going through this disease, is you don't know how other people are going to react to it. Once I left my regular traditional high school, I started at a charter school where they did accept me. They accepted me as a person with a disease who needed help and had to get an alternative way of learning. And I did. From there, when I was bedridden, I got to do all of my schoolwork on the computer, which made it so easy to be sick and still be catching up. At my old high school, I was told that I would never graduate on time, that I would never have enough credits and just end up being held back. At this new school, which is Delta Charter High School, I was told that it would be possible, and even if I didn't graduate on time when I was supposed to, I would graduate in the middle of the year because the program they had allowed me to do that. I was determined at that point. Obviously, I wanted to graduate with my friends that I've grown up with and always gone to school with, but it was so hard to do work, and it was so hard to concentrate when you feel just so crappy and you just feel so sick. I would go to the bathroom constantly, which made it absolutely impossible to go out anywhere. And every time we did go somewhere, the first thing we'd have to find out is if they had a bathroom. Otherwise, I pretty much wasn't going to be able to go there. This made it obviously really embarrassing to talk about, and this is one of the main reasons why a lot of people, especially young adults and kids, don't want to talk about having Crohn's disease or colitis, because they're afraid that they're going to get judged or made fun of, or they're going to be embarrassed. And that is one of the main reasons why I have this website, why I have Crohn's Core, and why I do benefit events, and why I'm putting up these videos, because I want this disease to be known. It is a disease without a cure, and it needs to have a cure, so people like me and people in the younger generations, can be cured of this disease and not have to go through what I've had to go through. In the past 4 years that I've had this disease, I've never once been in full remission. There has been times where I wasn't in my wheelchair, that I was able to walk and I was able to go places, and I didn't always need a bathroom, but my disease has never been in full remission. So to this point, I did graduate from high school, and because of my determination, I graduated on time and with honors, and got to graduate with some good friends and from a good school with a lot of memories. I got to go to prom, and I was sick, but I went, and it took me a year after graduating high school to attempt to go to college, I guess because of fear. You're always afraid that tomorrow you're going to get sick, and because Crohn's disease is so unpredictable, you don't know. And right now, I could be talking making a video and be just fine, but in 10 minutes I may have to run to the bathroom and be sick. And that makes it really hard to plan your life, because you always think that Crohn's disease is going to hold you back as soon as you get started. Unfortunately for me, I was only in college for about a month when I got really sick again, and I fell back into the hold of this disease. I started to get weak and started to have to be pushed in a wheelchair again because I just couldn't walk very far. I started going to the bathroom all the time, to the point where classes and making them on time were nearly impossible. I started getting sick and rapidly losing weight once again, not being able to eat, and I just felt like I was crushed. I felt like I had been defeated, and that is the worst feeling with this disease. Is it definitely takes over your whole body along with your mind at some points. Up until a week ago, I had been sick for about a month, really bad this time, and about a week ago I started Remicade, actually. And Remicade is a medicine that is really scary. It's the best thing I could compare it to that people know about is chemotherapy. It's just like an infusion. You go periodically. For me, I'm going to have to go every 2 weeks. And supposedly it helps Crohn's disease. You can have a lot of allergic reactions that can turn out really bad, which we were hoping that I wouldn't have in my first treatment of Remicade. I didn't have. And one of the other biggest risks of this medication is that you can develop a cancer called lymphoma. And that's why, I'm really confident in my doctors that they'll just keep up, on my blood work and make sure that we aren't doing anything that's going to end up being more destructive in the end. Right now, Remicade seems to be helping. That's all really new to me, and really kind of scary and makes me kind of anxious. But since I've had my first infusion, I have been feeling alright. I've been able to get out and get going once again, go out with my friends and my family, and not feel as horrible as before. And definitely this disease isn't all gone, and it probably won't be for a long time. But by the end of this Remicade treatment, I would hope to say that I'm going to be in remission. The reason why I'm doing this video, and hopefully the reason why you guys are watching, is to pretty much promote this disease. Let's raise awareness about this disease so we can help find a cure. And people in a younger generation who develop this disease won't have to go through what I had to go through, won't have to spend 5 years of finding something to just put you in remission. We need to find a cure out there so people don't even have to go through these infusions and go through all these different medications. I have gone through steroids, prednisone, I've gone through different anti-inflammatories, now I'm doing these infusions, I've had to do enemas, I've had to do everything there is. Diet, there's just so many different things that you can do for Crohn's disease to put you in remission, and I would like to say that I've done most of it until Remicade, and that was last resort for us, and that's what we're doing now. But unfortunately, Remicade doesn't help everybody be in remission, which is why we need to find a cure, and I need all of your help to do that. So right now, I've dedicated a lot of my time to these video blogs because I am trying to get on MTV True Life. I'm trying to get a topic called My Life with Crohn's Disease so we can get it out there to the world and not just this one specific website. Get it out there to the world. Get so many donations and hundreds of thousands of people putting in donations. Everything helps. What you guys can do to help is you can donate. If you don't have money, you can promote. You can raise awareness, talk about this disease, get yourself educated and learn about this disease. You can also go on my MTV profile, give me views, comments, and ratings, and the more ratings I get on my profile, the more known I will be to the MTV producers to get me on TV, or anybody else with this disease, to get it known, and let's find a cure. And I need all of your help to do that, and I can't do it by myself. So on the front of my website page is the link to my profile on MTV. You could also donate directly to ccfa.org, which is the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America. You can always email me, which is also, that information is on my website, crohns-core.com, and just ask me how you can help. And when I have a benefit event in your area, you could come out and you could help. There's so much that you can do, and if any of you would like to learn more about how you can help, just email me from my website, and I would love to talk to you all. If any of you have a story about Crohn's disease, I'd love to hear it through a video, through an email, whatever. I will post it on my website, guaranteed. I will post it on there immediately from when I receive it. My story is not the only one that matters. Everybody who suffers from Crohn's disease, or even suffers from a family member having Crohn's disease, I'm interested in. We should all hear your story. You should all speak up and not be ashamed of this disease. And the way that we're going to find a cure is by all of you speaking up. So be positive, send me your videos, send me whatever you have, and I will put it up, and we're going to find a cure for this disease, but only with your help.